Welcome back to the Audiophile show, guys. I'm Obsidian. Stuart is nearby. I promise I'm bringing him back soon. Listen, this video is about one of maybe my favorite headphone brand and sound, which is Grado. I have a pretty important video on that coming up soon. But I'm gonna do a little reaction to the master here, Steve Gutenberg. I love the way he talks. He brings great points though, and I got a lot of insight. He's a lot of experience. He's been to the House of Grado. It's a wonderful video. You should check it out. And the name of this one is I Love Grado Headphones, maybe because they sound like horn speakers. So let's hear him break it down, and we'll break down what he breaks down. So on to the master himself.
You know, I don't think I've said it enough. I love Grado headphones. And it dawned on me today why I love them, what the basis of this attraction is. And it's happening because I've been in this head lately of listening to a lot of horn speakers. I listen to JBLs, I've listened to Klipsch's, an avant-garde or two, and they all have this quality of liveness to their sound. There's a jump factor, there's a transient immediacy that you don't get with box speakers.
Okay, let's let him go. I was gonna say something.
Panel speakers, electrostatic speakers. Now it's interesting that there's a parallel there, right? There are electrostatic speakers, there are electrostatic headphones. There are planar magnetic speakers, and there's planar magnetic headphones. There's dynamic speakers and dynamic headphones. There's horn speakers, but no horn headphone. And yet, Grados have a horny sound, for lack of a better word, right? They have that jump, that immediacy, that thing that other types of headphones, drivers of headphones, don't really do.
Yeah.
Now, some people say that Grado headphones are bright, and some people say that horns can be bright and too in your face and stuff, and a little coarse. Yeah, that's sometimes true of Grado headphones. There's no perfect headphone or no perfect speaker, so we have to make our choices. But the nice thing about headphones compared to speakers is they're usually a lot less money and they're a lot smaller, so you can have lots of headphones easily. And in my arsenal of headphones on my headphone tree that you guys have been looking at for a few years, and yes, someday I will make a video about the tree, but for now I'm going to do this love letter to Grado. Now, this is a Grado.
Okay, so hold on a second. Yeah, listen. The Grado house sound has been spoken about for a lot of audiophiles, and I think every house sound has been spoken about, but Grado in particular seems to get a lot of hate. Maybe hate is a strong word, but the point I'm making is if you never listen to a Grado headphone, there's nothing quite like it. I have maybe 3 or 4 different types of planars, as in different brands and different ranges in terms of technicality. And for all intents and purposes, they all sound like planars and they all sound very similar, the delivery. Same thing with dynamics. Electrostatic, I only have one electrostatic, so I have nothing to compare it to. But the Grados, I don't know. They're different. Their delivery system is different. The same music, the same song, but the way they put things. Now, I'm not going to get into the complexities of Grados because that's going to be in the next video. But I understand perfectly what he's saying, and there's a liveness to it. That's what he said. It's kind of like it jumps at you. It gets you, and it does. Are they bright? They can be, but then I could call any number of brands and any number of models that are also bright. It's just that I think because the way that Grados present the audio, the brightness sometimes can be one of the most present things. Not powerful things, but present things. If you sit down and listen to them, you will begin to experience something that is different, and that's why that's why they are my favorite brand and sound. It's just a matter of playing around in their field. So I get where he's going. with the type of sound, what he's saying, comparing key types of speakers to Grados. But let's see what he's bringing up here with his example. What just happened? Oh, okay.
SR225.
Uh,
I like this headphone a lot, and actually I was listening to my SR80s, which are about $100 recently, and I misplaced them, but they look exactly like these. And all Grados have this quality. Cheap ones, expensive ones, they all kind of do it. I remember a few years ago, I was at a Chesky Records recording session. They were using a binaural head, which is a human-sized plastic head with microphones where the ears are as their microphone setup. So everybody was listening to the playbacks of the sessions on headphones, and there was a pair of SR80s there. Now, mind you, I was just out in the church. This was recorded in a church. I was out in the church listening to the actual musicians and singers in the church. Then I go in and I pop on a pair of SR80s, $100 headphones, and I'm thinking, damn, it's like, yeah. Now, on the table with all these other headphones, there were Audiophile headphones, there were Hi-Fi Man headphones, there were high-end Sony headphones. They sounded better in the sense of refinement and purity and transparency, but they didn't have that live jump factor of those SR80s. And
now,
that kind of blows.
When he says that, guys, don't think that Grados don't have those other things, that they don't have the purity of sound, the richness of detail, the resolving abilities, because they do, and they have it in droves. I've had some not albums, but some songs that I hadn't played in a while, where I've had the certain elements of the song revealed to me, even at this stage, that I didn't hear in other headphones. I'm not trying to say they're better than them. I'm saying the music that comes out of it, to me, is more enjoyable than what I get in the others, but I still like the other sound. So he's compared to the planars and the high-end Sony's, probably dynamics. Yeah, you pick up an SR80. Now, just remember the SR80 is their, let's say, their second from the lowest in terms of the ranking of their headphones, right? He went to the SR225. Now, I don't know which generation he's talking about. I don't know if he's talking about the E or the X or whatever, but the one that I'm in love with right now is the 325X, and with the stock pads. And man, I tell you, I reach for them more now than any other headphone. I'm actually thinking of, I realize I'm not using that so much. I might as well get rid of some of them. But no, I love my planar still, and I love my electrostatic still, and my dynamic. So I'm just saying, don't mistake what he's saying. And don't you think he kind of looks a bit like John Lennon? Like, he always gives me that impression. Anyway, let's go.
My mind. The other thing that's amazing about Grados is that they're open headphones, and they're extremely open. The sound is not like clogged up inside your head. It's open. And that is also part of the reason that for me they sound so good. But it's the jump factor, and that's it. They're really efficient. They're, highly sensitive, easy to drive. Doesn't take anything to make them sound pretty damn good. Although I do like them with tube headphone amplifiers.
Oh, yeah.
I used, I remember, a Woo Audio WA3, which is a $450 tube amplifier made in New York City one time, and I was listening to Grado RS1 headphones at a show. And I own RS1s, and I was thinking, wow.
I'd like to get my hands on an RS1.
Really sings with these RS1s, but part of my thing here, my love letter to Grado, is you don't need to buy the expensive ones to get
exactly
the magic of what Grado does that other types of headphones fail to do. For $100, I think the SR60, which is a little less, it's funny, I'm not so crazy about the 60, but from the 80 on up, and I've heard many, probably most Grado models, they all share that jump factor, that live factor that just gets me every time. Now, one thing I've come to realize about Grados over the years is that how you position them on your head
That is so true.
does change their tonal balance. So some people just pop them on and just, it is what it is. But if you move them around on your ears,
Yeah.
you'll hear where they kind of line up. And it's kind of like speaker placement.
No, I agree. Listen, that is so true. But that is true, in my opinion, for every headphone. I have always advocated when you put headphones on, you're ready to listen to something good. Don't just plop them on your head and start listening. You know, I mean, it might fit. Or you think about the SHP 9500s. The cups are so big, you just put them on top. Or even the Cross 95X. They go over your ears so well that it's like you feel there's no way you can position them any differently because they're just inside this big bowl. But here's the thing. Give it a try. Tilt the way you tilt it, the way they stay on your head, how high you pull up I forgot what these are called, the hand I was gonna say handlebars, but you know what I mean. And they make a difference. They make a difference. So it's just like getting into a jumpsuit or something, you know, when you put it on, if you're serious about your music, you know, you get them to fit well. And especially if they're over-ear circumaural headphones, you need to get a good seal. But I think it's even more so with on-ear. Superaural headphones can give you either a great performance or an okay performance, and sometimes a bad performance if you don't get it on the right spot. And there is a right area based on your head, right? So I'll say he's 100% on the spot with that. And Grados, because they are on ears and the way they're built, Grados probably are guilty of that even more. But I'm telling you, when you get them on and you figure out where they are, and after a while you don't have to fiddle as much, you know exactly where to put them. Trust me.
You got to place these a little more carefully to get what they do. They can sound thin sometimes, and I also find that replacing the ear pads with, these are the kind of like cup shape.
I don't like those at all.
The flatter ear pads helps bring out some warmth and bond to the Grado sound. And those are easy to find on Amazon. Just look for Grado replacement foam ear pads and you will see many options and choices. So that's the ramble for today. Grado, if you're a headphone person and you've never really given Grado a chance, give it a chance. Listen with open ears. And if you're a speaker guy and you've never really got into headphones, especially if you're into horns, you should listen to Grados. Any Grado except an SR60. And see what you think. And just
I love the SR60. Come on.
Get them where they sound right. And you might have your socks blown off. Could happen. So
I agree.
Let me know. My name is Steve Gutenberg. This is the Audiophiliac Daily Show, and it does come up daily. So please come back often, see what's up. I do equipment reviews, headphone reviews, speaker reviews, lots of rants about all sorts of stuff.
Great
a lot
stuff.
Of music-oriented
Great stuff
here. Something different, hopefully, every freaking day, 7 days a week. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Thanks for making it, guys. Listen, shout out to Steve Gutenberg. Thank you for this video. Just to close up, I'm not in a cult where I'm trying to convert people. What I'm doing is the same thing I do as an audiophile. I like to see people's opinions change about things they may not know about. Like, for example, someone listening to everybody picks on them, right? Beats by Dre. And did you know that's a Mandela effect? It's not Beats by Dre, it's Beats by Dr. Dre. I didn't even realize that. But anyway, someone listening to music on a Beats by Dre, and you put you can go for the cheapest one. You get a Samsung SR850 SR850. I keep forgetting the designation. It's about what, $35, and you put that on your head. Yes, it's an open back, and the sound is going to be quite different depending on what they listen to. But once they hear what it's capable of, you can see some eyes really open up. Then, if they go up the ladder, then you know things are going to change. So if you're an audiophile already, or you have high-end headphones, and you're jumping into the Grado sound for the first time, you want to know what is the big deal? Why do people love it so much and people hate it so much? people love it so much because they give it a chance and they listen and they hear what it's capable of, and it suits them. They give it a chance. That's the thing. One of the best reviews I've seen for Grado, one of the guys said actually he's not picked up many Grados in his life, but he said by the end of his review, he started to understand why people who are Grado fans keep telling him, give it a shot, but not just one shot, give it a shot. And he said in his time of 2 days of reviewing it, he's come to be a believer. And so yeah, and the people who hate it, well, they just don't like it, or they listen to everyone else and think, you know, how many people could be wrong about something? I say the same thing in terms of those who like it. How many people could be wrong about it being good? Exactly. And finally, people trash it a lot in their videos, which they do that, and reviewers who do that the wrong way. I think they send a wrong message for any headphone, in fact, any headphone, but Grados in particular tend to get a lot of a brunt of the, you know, the force. But listen, Grados doing fine. I'm gonna continue to support them. There's lots of Grado fans out there, and you can mod them, you can do whatever you want with them. Yes, I prefer the stock. It's amazing. And the jump factor that he's been mentioning, that difference, its delivery is jarring, and that's what most people, they're like, oh no, I can't take this, not because it's harsh or anything. They're like, it's just different, it's different from what I know. Sit down for a sec, list it, and then you'd be like, this is different from what I know. And that's not a bad thing. Anyway, thank you for listening and joining us, Stephen and myself and Stuart, for a short talk about Grados. Look out for my my full Grado video, where I will review or put my appraisal for the Grado SR325X, and many more audiophile videos to come. Until then, guys, I'm Obsidian, the audiophile. You guys are awesome. I love you. Stay safe, stay blessed, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.